So you've been procrastinating your schoolwork and you are left with only few days to your exam. And now you are stressed and you feel like giving up because you don't know how to study so that you can save your grade and get a distinction. Well, relax, I got you. I'm going to give you the solution in this video. The solution I'm going to give you in this video can be applied if you are in school or college or university, and it can be applied for almost any subject. I should be honest with you, procrastination is something to always avoid, but hey, you don't have a choice. Are you going to give up, or are you not going to study for your upcoming exam in just few days and try to save your grade and score a distinction? I believe you'll not give up after watching this video. So let's see how you can solve the problem. First, I'm going to tell you how you need to divide the work across the 3 days and the material you need to use in order to study more effectively for your exam and eventually save your grade and get a distinction. At the end of this video, I'm going to tell you the best technique to use so that you can study more effectively. A little warning, this technique can be tiring if you don't use it the right way. Science has proven that certain study techniques are more beneficial than others. So in today's video, you're also going to learn one of the best techniques for studying more effectively. So before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to this channel and ring the bell icon so you know when new videos are released. On this channel, you should expect videos on maths and science subject, study tips videos, motivational videos, and life videos. So please make sure you subscribe and ring the bell icon so that you can be alerted whenever a new video is posted. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to do is to know how much work you must cover for your exam. In other words, you need to know what the scope of your exam is. You also need to know how the marks are distributed for each topic. Your teacher or lecturer or anyone in charge can tell you the topics that will be examined and how the marks will be distributed for every topic in the exam. You can also check from past exam papers so that you have an idea of how the marks are distributed across each topic. Just a reminder, be advised that the videos on this channel are grouped inside playlists according to topics so that you find them easily. Now, how to study and score a distinction. Because you've been procrastinating your schoolwork and you don't have time on your side, you only have few days, let's say 3 days, I advise you go for a study guide and past exam papers when preparing for exam. Do not go for a textbook because you don't have time on your side. You must have a textbook by your side to use only when you feel you want to understand something extensively. And that's only when the study guide does not cover the things you are trying to understand. But if you happen to have enough time before your exam, use textbook, use study guide and past exam papers or whatever you have to study for your exam. There are many good study guides out there that you can buy or download for free on the internet for any subject. Study guides like Mind the Gap, ACID, Via Africa, Mind Action Series, and many more. Make sure you don't leave out past exam papers because the number of past exam papers you can do will determine how well you will do in the exam. The number of past exam papers done by a student is the #1 predictor of how well a student will do in the exam. With that being said, I strongly suggest you start solving questions from past exam papers from recent years. In the description of this video, I have provided links to past exam papers and some study guide for free, so please check them. In this video, I'm going to use life science as an example. Let's assume you will be writing the life science exam paper 1 in just few days from now, 3 days for example, and you have not prepared enough for this exam because of procrastination or other reasons. Let's assume you'll be writing on Friday morning, so you have Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday before the exam date, and you have also done the little research to find out the topics to prepare for this exam, and you have also found out how the marks will be distributed for each topic in the exam. Like I said, for the purpose of this video, I'm using life science as an example. You can use this practice for any subject if you happen to have few days before your exam. In the study guide Mind the Gap that was published in 2014, you can see they are showing us the topics to expect for the exam and how the marks are distributed for each topic. If you are taking life science in grade 12, please do not rely only on this provided information about the topics and the way the marks are distributed. You need to get the updated information from the right person, like your teacher or any relevant person. This study guide was published in 2014. For the time being, let's use this study guide as an example. What you need to do is to plan how to divide the topics that you are going to prepare for this exam over the 3 days. Okay, now which topic to start preparing for? You can see, let's say for example, you have the following topics. You have meiosis, you have reproduction in vertebrate, you have human reproduction, you have responding to the environment, humans, you have human endocrine system, you have homeostasis in humans, you have responding to the environment, plant, and you have human impact, grade 11. Okay, so you have the following topics for your life science paper 1 exam. Okay, so which topic to start preparing for? The smartest thing to do in this case, I'll suggest you start with the topic that carries the highest mark. Okay, so for example, you can see responding to the environment, humans, it carries 27%, and you follow it by human reproduction because this is the second highest, and after that you follow it by human impact, grade 11, because this is the third highest, it carries 17%. Okay, so on a Tuesday you can prepare for human reproduction and responding to the environment, humans, and also human impact, grade 11 on a Tuesday. And after that you choose other topics for Wednesday and then other topics for Thursday. Okay, so depending on how much you know and the amount of work, you'll know how to divide this across the 3 days so that you can prepare more effectively. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like this. You can start with other topics. It depends on how you feel and how much you know. Okay, so that's how you can start. I suggest you start with the topics that carries the highest mark and you finish with the topic that carries the lowest mark. Okay, so when studying, study as if you were a teacher that is going to teach what you are studying to your student. When studying, you have to do things like asking yourself questions from what you are studying. This way of studying is very effective as compared to other technique. You have to study like a teacher. So you study as if you are going to teach what you are studying to your student. You have to know how you are going to convey it, and you have to be creating questions as you study. Okay, so this way of studying is very effective as compared to other techniques. As you are studying, combine that with solving questions from past exam papers on the topic you are busy with. When preparing for your exam, never leave out solving questions from past exam papers. This is the biggest study tip used by top students that I can give you. The amount of past exam papers you can do will determine how well you are going to do in the exam. So most of your time should be used on solving questions from past exam papers. Don't spend too much time on studying theories. Now let's see which technique is best for studying more effectively. The technique that I suggest is the Pomodoro Technique. This is one of the best techniques to beat procrastination and maintain focus throughout the day. The Pomodoro Technique was invented back in the early 1990s by Francesco Cirillo. The technique consists of breaking down a large task or a series of tasks into short-timed intervals called Pomodoro, each separated by a break. As to how to use it, you need a timer. You study for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break, you study for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break, and so on. After 4 cycles of 25 minutes, you take a longer break of 20 minutes. Keep doing this throughout the day. Remember to have enough sleep. The next day, you repeat the same process. You study for 25 minutes, you take a 5-minute break. After the 4th cycle of 25 minutes, take a longer break of 20 minutes. Do this throughout the day. Again, remember to have enough sleep. So what to do during each 25 minutes? You should be studying from your study guide and solving questions from past exam papers. During this time, do your best to cut distractions like Facebook, WhatsApp, and all sorts of distractions. The whole point is to fully focus during each Pomodoro cycle. During the short 5-minute break and the longer 20-minute break, this is when you can take a break away from your study area and do things like eat, drink water, use the bathroom, walk around, and stretch out. During the Pomodoro cycle, avoid checking time remaining on the timer consistently, and don't do other tasks besides preparing for your exam. If you can take my advice to heart and follow exactly what is discussed in this video, I believe the day before your exam, you will be super ready and write well your exam. Alright guys, that's all for this video. If you find value in this video, please like, share, and comment in the comment section. And remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever a new video is posted. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.